Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and Woods doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put on the mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it.
It's your boy Woods.
This is your boy Iggy.
And you're now tuned in into episode 142 of Hip Hop Hoops. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's
Come
go.
on, man. Please continue to support on all our social media platforms, YouTube, X, Instagram. Hit that like, share, comment, press that notification button so you can get all the hot content from us at Hip Hop Hoops. And can never forget to shout out our distant cousins, you know what I mean? Title League, you know what it is, baby.
Let's go.
And
Let's
good,
go.
Man. Hey, first off, I want to send out my condolences to the Wiggins family. We lost a real one.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Mitch Wiggins, man. You know what I mean? Silent assassin. Don't talk much, but his actions speak louder than words. That's basketball royalty in Canada.
Yes, sir.
My condolences to the family.
Absolutely. Condolences to the Wiggins family.
Yes.
It sucks, man, because we all speculated so much, including myself, on why he wasn't participating in Canada basketball.
Right.
All that time. Well, there was that big rumor last year, where whatever with this girl or his wife or whatever, and that was just a bunch of nonsense. You know, obviously, his dad was going through this, right?
Mm-hmm. You know what? The internet can be a nasty place if you let it be.
Yeah, they made up a whole crazy story. And Wiggins and his family, they're private. They dealt with this, with them, their circle. It wasn't something that was broadcasted. They just did their thing and just, try to, be there for their dad. And it sucked. It really sucks, man. So condolences to the family once again, man. Mitchell Wiggins.
Losing your father, I could only imagine. I haven't lost my dad yet, but my heart goes out to the family. I believe there's 6 kids. I believe, 3 boys, 3 girls, and they've been holding it down for the Wiggins name.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And holding it down for mom as well. So just continue to do what you're doing. I know Mitch is watching from heaven, and the values that he instilled in all y'all, you guys been doing it. Just continue to do it. You know what I mean? At your pace, at your level. And we're here to support, the whole of Vaughan, the whole of Ontario, the whole of the 6, the whole of Canada. Our condolences, man.
Everybody's showing love, man.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
Condolences once again to the Wiggins family.
Yes.
Yeah. So, DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to process DeMar. It's just he said a bunch of different things. So he has a book. What is the book called? It's
Above the Noise.
Above the Noise.
Yes.
So here's
go
a book
get it.
out.
Go cop it, man. You know what I mean?
I figured all that shit.
Come on, man. Support the man DeRozan.
DeRozan, he has a book. So he's been doing this tour. He was on the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
He actually came back to Toronto.
Right.
And
did some First Take.
First Take.
Yeah.
So he's doing his run. Taking this book thing serious. And a couple of things that he was talking about. So one, he was talking about the whole Drake situation.
Right.
And, obviously people are going to get messy and they want to ask that, especially on the Breakfast Club. And they're like, who's the better rapper, Kendrick or Drake? And he answered both of them.
Right. Smart.
And he said, you're not going to get me to go down this thing again, And then they asked him if he spoke to Drake. And he said, no, I haven't spoken to Drake yet. And what is your thoughts on that piece?
I think all the hoopers in the NBA, you know what I mean? The impact hoopers, such as the DeMar, such as Norman Powell, a Westbrook, you know what I mean? Guys like that are from the LA area, you kind of have no choice but to side with Kendrick, regardless of your relationship or your friendship with the boy. You know what I mean? And I think anybody would respect that. When this was all popping off, I was like, dang, he's from LA.
He's from Compton.
I can't knock him for being in the video or being at the pop-out show or all
that.
He
didn't have to be in the video.
You know what I mean?
He didn't have to be in the video.
I mean, Kendrick said, yo, he shouted out the
Okay,
DeRozan.
So this is a thing that's funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we said that, you know, they're talking about us when they say not like us.
Right.
He said, you guys didn't deserve him.
No, I know.
Like Kendrick said, you guys didn't deserve him.
Bottom line.
So, anyways, go ahead.
At the end of the day, it is slowly merging, and we called this from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Canada versus LA, United States versus Canada.
And that's what it's been.
It's turning into that, and everybody's like, nah, it's just hip hop.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a little deeper than that.
If you think that now, then you're just in denial.
Nah, it ain't like that at all. You know what I mean? But like I said, I cannot wrong DeMar for that. Some of the stuff that he was saying during this little press run, a little outlandish, but you know. Yeah,
so we'll get to that part. You know, so one thing that he said was when he was on First Take, and I blame Stephen A. Smith for this.
He knew what he was doing.
I don't know if he wanted a moment. I don't know if he just wanted to, you know, some clickbait, but he said on First Take, Stephen A. Smith asked him, he said, hey, I believe if you were there and you didn't get traded, I believe you still would have won. And I think the reason why he said that is because LeBron James was gone.
Yeah.
And that was LeBron James' first year in LA. Right. What is your thoughts on that comment?
I don't think so. And I bring it back to when LeBron was just owning us. We'll have a great regular season year after year for maybe 3 seasons straight, run into LeBron and lose. Right? I'll never forget, I think this was after we lost to LeBron. And then they were coming out this whole LeBronto movement and all that. Even residents from the Six, LeBron's fans from the Six, were calling this place LeBronto.
There's so many of them.
So disrespected.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
But I'll never forget DeMar DeRozan, and you know one of the Six's greats, Corey Joseph, was at the podium, and DeMar said, "If we had LeBron, we would be winning." And right then and there, I go, DeMar, right now, I can't rock with you.
So DeMar DeRozan said?
Yeah, he said that. If we had LeBron James on our team, we'd win. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along those lines. I'll find that clip for you. I'll find that clip. But when he said that, I was like, nah, there's no way we can get over, not knowing LeBron was going to leave the following season. There's no way we're going to get over this Cleveland hump if our main guy is saying like, yo, we need LeBron on our team and we'll be successful. So, you know, getting Kawhi, the original LeBron stopper, you know what I mean?
From San Antonio days.
Yeah, from San Antonio days. Remember when LeBron was at the free throw line and
he looked back
and Kawhi was checking back in?
He was like,
that summed it all up for me as well. Yeah. You know, but when he said that, I was just like, nah, that was the right move Masai made, man. Sorry, like, and just imagine, remember when we're playing against the Bucks, we're down 0-2.
Yes.
And Kawhi said, yo, I'm guarding Giannis.
They said they got in the huddle, or I don't know if it was the huddle or if it was the lock change room. And he said, they're like, what's the game plan? What are you gonna do? And he goes, I'm guarding Giannis. Right. And from that, when he started guarding Giannis, it went downhill.
I think we slapped four games straight.
Four straight.
So I don't know if DeMar could have did something like that.
They're both from Cali, so I don't know the mindset. Right. They're both from California.
That's true too. So you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if DeMar could have pulled off the defensive assignment of
absolutely not.
Of guarding Giannis.
DeMar DeRozan, you're full of shit.
Oh, here we go.
You are full of shit. How dare you come on TV, national television, and say such a bunch of crock, a bunch of bullshit. And Stephen A. Smith, like, why would you set him up like that? You set him up. Why would you even say that? You know damn well that DeMar DeRozan ain't pulling off that job that Kawhi did. I don't care if LeBron is not playing, if he's in the West now, you're not pulling that stunt off. That was probably one of the best regular seasons or playoff runs I've seen from a guy.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
One. I'm not saying the best, but I'm saying one. And DeMar DeRozan, especially on the defensive end, you're not doing it. You're not hitting the shots that Kawhi hit. That was like a picture perfect playoff run we had.
Yep.
Picture perfect.
And shout out Marc Gasol, man. Like, what
the team was a great team.
People forget that Philadelphia series. You know what I mean? Like,
that was a hell of a series.
Marc Gasol had Embiid in his back pocket. Regardless of all the athleticism and skill that Embiid has, and the athleticism was fading on Marc Gasol's side, but his skill set and his ball IQ just locked up Embiid.
Listen,
he was the real MVP for that game, for that series.
We had a great year. We had a great team, and I'm gonna ask the people, because I gotta ask the people this question: do you feel if DeMar DeRozan was not traded from the Raptors in 2019, would the Raptors still win the championship? I want to know from you guys in the comments. Okay, so moving to DeMar DeRozan, he said a lot.
He said a lot.
He also said that he wanted to retire as a Raptor. What is your thoughts on that?
Yes. He's still top 5 Raptors of all time. Hands down, he is. And I'm going to give him that straight up. Him and Kyle Lowry, they are on that Raptor Mount Rushmore. Hands down. Yes.
Is Kawhi in there?
No.
I don't think so either.
You know what I mean?
As far as just flat out player, yes, but as a Raptor, no. I say no.
Why?
No.
You can't. He has to be. Why wouldn't he?
DeMar DeRozan for me showed who he is for real.
Oh, stop it,
and
man. Don't get caught up in the moment right here.
Snake.
Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
He's a snake.
The body of work that he's done,
listen, man.
fam. He wanted to stay a Raptor. At the end of the day, we can't say Masai had to make the business move of trading him, and it was the right trade to make. I was pissed when he traded him originally. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we got a chip out of it, so I'm not even mad at it no more.
Listen, DeMar DeRozan is a snake. I do not retire his jersey with the Raptors. We're retiring
that jersey, man. Retire it, and he's going to the Hall of Fame.
He's definitely not going to the Hall of Fame.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
But I want to know from you guys in the comments, Toronto people, talk to us. Should the Raptors retire DeMar DeRozan? Should he retire as a Raptor? Talk to us in the comments. And I also want to know for Kawhi. I want to hear from the people, man. I love talking to the people, man. They make me laugh. But I want to know about Kawhi Leonard. Was Kawhi Leonard leaving the Raptors the worst mistake he's made in his career? Is that a question? Is that a good question?
That's a very good question. I think, you know what?
Was that a bad move that I was gonna call him Kendrick Lamar. Yo, was that a bad move that Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors and he didn't resign? Was that a worst mistake he's made in his career? I want to know from you guys in the comments.
Money wise, no. Even though you would have probably got the same amount, probably wouldn't even have to touch an NBA check because we were getting ready to pay all of the expenses just to stay in the six. Going back home to play, check that box off. It's great to play at home.
But nothing else checked out for him. Basketball wise sucked for him.
Because that following 2020 season, we could have went back to back.
We definitely went back to back.
I really feel we would have went back to back.
Yep.
You know?
That's another good question. I want to know from you guys, man. Do the Raptors go back to back? I think that's the bubble season next year.
Bubble season,
so
definitely.
do the Raptors go back to back in 2020, 2021 season?
Right.
Let us know in the comments.
Healthy. Man. Remember, OG got a game winner in the bubble against the Celtics in that playoff run. Yo, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. And since we're on the Raptors for a second, I mean, 30 years.
Yes.
30 years, we're going into that.
Yes.
What's your memorable moment as a Raptor fan? You know what I mean? In that 30 years so far, man.
Well, first, it got to be, there's two moments that I have. You know, obviously 2019 winning the championship, of course.
That's good. That's
like, I'll never ever, like, we checked the box of one of those teams that we're no longer the team that doesn't have a championship.
Can't
talk to us.
Cannot talk to us.
There's a plethora of teams that don't have championships
not even
right
one.
now. And Minnesota's one of them.
Facts.
You know, you got Brooklyn, Orlando. So there's plenty of teams that had good runs that still don't have a championship. I think Phoenix is one too that don't have a championship. We're not one of those teams anymore. So you can't talk to us. That's one moment. And my other moment is just first year. 30 years ago, when I remember I was a kid, man, when we got the Raptors and we were playing in the Sky Dome.
Right.
And Mighty Mouse was our first rookie.
Shout out Damon Stoudemire,
that we drafted, and I was kind of disappointed.
A lot of us small hoopers.
Yeah, I didn't want him.
Man,
I didn't want him at first. I wanted Rasheed Wallace, and I wanted Ed O'Bannon.
Yeah, and, those are the top guys.
Yeah, we didn't get neither one. We got Damon Stoudemire.
Shout out Isaiah Thomas,
which was the perfect pick.
He was the GM / president.
It was the perfect pick. So
very perfect.
Those are my two moments, of course, of just of the 30 years of Toronto Raptors.
I got two moments as well. when we beat the Bulls, Damon Stoudemire beat MJ. I think, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And the Bulls were 72-10 that year.
Yep.
So one of those 10 losses came to the Raptors.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And MJ hit that.
He hit
that shot, but it was too much. Time was done.
Brother was out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Great memory. Yep.
And when we finally made it on NBC, we played Phoenix. Shout out Vince Carter when he dominated that dunk off in, I think, in 2000 in Oakland.
Yep.
Dominated that dunk off, and then the second half of the season, fam, we're playing against Phoenix Suns at the Air Canada Center on NBC. Bill Walton, everybody's down here. It's a national televised game. I think Vince went out for like almost 50, and we got the win.
Crazy.
That put us on the map. Real talk. Once we hit NBC, dun, 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 dun. When you're hearing that, you know it's real, fam.
When you hear that song,
you know it's real, man. So we made it. So those are two memorable moments for me. A little outdated, but there's still memorable moments for myself, man.
Great memories.
Yes.
Okay, shout out to the Raptors, man. Let's get it. But okay, moving along to, I want to know who is the greatest small forward of all time. Who do you have?
Man, I got Larry Bird, man.
Oh God, why?
I got Larry Bird,
this,
bro.
Man?
Larry Bird, 897 games, man. Average what? 24, 10 rebounds,
you can't.
Six assists, bro. Skill for skill, killer for killer. Who's gonna talk to him?
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
LeBron James is
3
the greatest.
MVPs.
LeBron in a row. I give you that.
Come on, man.
He's the only person I believe
Come
who done that.
on, man. We cannot discredit
MVPs.
We cannot discredit Larry Bird as the best small forward. Larry Legend.
Larry Joe Bird is a great small forward, but LeBron James is the greatest small forward of all time.
I don't know about all that, man.
Like, do I have to say his resume? He's 40, 10, 10. Like, there's too much.
Longevity wise,
20
give him that.
plus years.
Give him that.
And people are gonna be like, "Who is this guy talking about LeBron like that?"
Give him that.
But he's the greatest small
longevity.
forward.
I'll give him that. I'll give him longevity.
I can't even say anybody else.
Longevity wise, smart wise, he was smart. Because I look at it like this: when it comes to comparing LeBron to other skilled hoopers, other skilled killers, for example, Carmelo Anthony, when they just came in as rookies. Carmelo had a better year. 2 seasons back to back, and playing in a harder conference and making the playoffs.
I agree with that.
All right.
I believe you should have won the rookie year.
Gave it to LeBron. Fair enough. Cool. Move forward. Now they're trying to compare LeBron and Kobe. Nike commercials, puppets. Remember that. Who finished off with 2 rings during that puppet era?
Yeah,
Kobe did.
Kobe was waiting on him.
Okay,
and
boom.
He didn't compete.
Okay, boom.
He didn't get there.
Okay, boom. Then we move over to now. All right, for some strange reason, they're discrediting Kobe. Now we're going to MJ. All right. Okay, LeBron takes the scoring title, most points scored. But let's talk about the games played, like the amount of games. You know what I mean? And the amount of games MJ played, he did way more scoring wise than LeBron.
I agree.
All right. Okay. There's a lot of people that said, nah, you still ain't passing MJ.
No.
So now the next best thing for LeBron, and he's still one of the GOATs. We're basing it off longevity. That's LeBron's title. Being so consistent and effective, 20 plus seasons. I'll give you that.
Are we going in 22 years now?
I believe so.
So
I'll give you that.
Years
I'll give you that.
Of dominating.
But
that's just
you
insane.
Comparing Larry Legend, he's the best small forward, man. You know the man's resume. Come on, man.
I can't do it.
I'm telling you, man. Game on the line. The crazy thing is, the game's on the line.
If you say that, that's another. But
that's basketball, fam.
If you're gonna say game on the line, who would I trust more?
We ain't talking about padding stats.
Then I could say
but
Larry.
We ain't talking. You could pass the ball, screen away the person you pass the ball to gets an assist, and that's an assist for you. But that's in the system. You're just passing the ball and screening away. How much times have LeBron did a pin down for a man, give him the ball to assist? But yet, oh my gosh, he's the greatest playmaker, blah, 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 blah. Cut the bullshit, bro. I'm not dissing. I'm just saying Larry Legend better than LeBron. I'm keeping it that. You guys can come at me, but it's okay.
Okay.
Larry Legend, best small forward of all time.
I got to ask the people. I got to ask, who is the greatest small forward of all time? He got Larry Joe, I got LeBron. Who do you guys have? Greatest small forward of all times. Talk to us in the comments.
Let's do it.
Okay, so now I want to talk about who is the greatest small forward today, this season, 2024-2025 season.
Greatest small forward?
No, who's the best? Who's the top
You can't
five?
go top five?
Top five.
All right, top five.
I want top five small forwards, 2024-2025 season.
Is Kevin Durant still considered a small forward?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to have to go with Jason Tatum.
Okay. Fair.
Kawhi Leonard.
Fair.
LeBron James.
Is this order or?
No, I'm just throwing them out there. Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Franz Wagner, baby.
Franz Wagner.
I would have said Jimmy Butler, but he didn't play that much last year.
Yeah, Jimmy's so hard to like grade or to critique.
Yeah.
Because everybody would say, I'll take playoff Jimmy over anybody in the NBA.
Right.
But playoff Jimmy is just in the playoffs, and sometimes it doesn't always, it doesn't go through the whole playoffs. He might have a series where it's Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, and then the other, he just gets gassed out.
That's why Pat Riley's so cheese right now.
Yeah, so I don't put Jimmy in there.
Franz Wagner, he's coming, man.
My top five small forwards this season, 2024-2025 season, Jason, this is an order for me. Jason Tatum's number one.
Okay.
I got Kevin Durant 2, LeBron James 3, I got Paul George 4, and I got Kawhi Leonard 5. Kawhi Leonard would be higher, but he can't stay healthy. But when that guy plays, he's a tough cookie. He's a tough cookie. Still, he just gets hurt, and this is why he's so low. But it's hard for me to put a Brandon Ingram over him, who's there. Franz is really good, young, upcoming player. So yeah, those are my five small forwards today.
Okay.
Say your list again?
We got Jason Tatum. I got Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Franz Wagner.
And mine is Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Top five small forwards of the 2024-2025 season. Who is your top five small forwards this season? Talk to us in the comments. Okay, we got Caitlin Clark. We got to talk some WNBA because this girl she's playing out of her mind right now.
Out of her mind.
And I didn't see this coming. I'll be honest. I knew she was going to be a great player.
I think that Olympic break really helped her out and helped out the team. Maybe they got a chance.
Yeah, because
to
now
more.
They're in the playoff run. Chicago's out of the playoff run. They're in the playoff run. But Caitlin Clark, she breaks the single season assist record.
Yes.
It's 321 assists, which is crazy. The record was held by Alyssa Thomas. She had the record. It was 316. So 316. And she still has 2 more games to go. Did you see this coming from Caitlin Clark? I didn't see. I seen more of the scoring part, but I didn't see the assists.
I didn't know she was such a playmaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it helps to have a system kind of based around you and your skill set. Shout out the Fever for making that work to really showcase what she's about. Yep. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, man. I did not see this.
No.
I did not see this, man. I knew the scoring. I knew her points were so loud that it could demoralize the opposition eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dag, I did not see the assist, man. I didn't know she was a playmaker like this.
Yeah, I didn't see this in college. I knew she could pass somewhat, but I didn't think she was going to come in and almost average a double-double. She averages 19-5, pretty much 6 rebounds, and she averages 8 assists with about 1 steal per game. I didn't see this part of Caitlin Clark's game, just the playmaking part. I knew she was a hell of a scorer in college. She broke, obviously she broke records, Kelsey Plum's record in college for the most points. But I'm like, damn, I didn't know she could really, play make. And she really play makes.
Yes.
Not just leading
pass
the break.
Type or leading the break.
She
has some of those, which you need.
Yeah, she actually will, pick and roll, drop great dimes. She leads the break wonderful. She kind of reminds me of Jason Kidd when she does that, when she leads that break. Yeah. And the passes are so, on point.
On the money.
Yeah.
On time, on target.
Congratulations, man. I can't hate. I know the NBA is still hating on her, but it is what it is. Caitlin Clark is a monster. She can go down as one of the greatest, man. I'm gonna say this. Right
now, she's my version of Larry Bird. Now.
She's tough.
But
sorry.
Let's not be a prisoner of the moment.
I'm just saying, man.
We got Juju coming.
Oh, Juju's, you know how I feel about her.
We got Paige coming. And those are 2 girls that originally we said in previous episodes when they were all in college, those two were better than Caitlyn.
I felt like Juju was the best player in college last year.
I felt like Paige
was
before she got hurt, like
was the best.
She was up there
because they're just taller versions of her. So like Caitlyn Clark is not short. She's 6 foot.
Right.
But Paige is 6'1" and then Juju's 6'2".
Wait till they get to the W, bro.
Yeah.
Just hopefully they're on the right team, right system. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful for the W, man. You got a plethora of talent coming.
It's great. I can't wait for college basketball this year, man, with UConn and USC. USC is going to they stacked, they reloaded. So it's going to be great women's basketball coming up. But
LSU.
Yeah, you definitely got to shout out LSU and Virginia. Our girls are playing over there. You know, with Tasha and Shy. It's gonna be a wonderful thing to watch, man, this year. I'm very excited to watch LSU, man.
I'm looking for
Duke too with Toby.
You see Toby throwing it down off the glass?
Off the glass. Okay. Yeah, women's basketball, man, is looking real great, man. So, I want to shout out Caitlyn Clark for breaking the assist record.
Yes.
Keep doing your thing, man, and just ignore the noise of the haters. I guess
Facts.
Because
hey, man, like I think we said this back in the day. Not we, but it's a saying like. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing nothing, man. So it just comes with the territory.
Yeah, we got a couple of haters out there too.
It's okay.
It's all good, man.
It's all
Love
good.
you guys. But moving along, we want to talk about some hip hop here.
Yes.
We had an interesting week. It was so crazy because last week we just left the studio.
We just left the studio before,
and it just hit our phone. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I wish I can go back to the studio and talk about this. Kendrick Lamar. He is the headliner for the 2025 Super Bowl. It's in New Orleans.
Right.
What is your thoughts?
Well, when I seen the ad and
again going against America, why do you have to have that flag back there? Like,
right, saying that there's no round twos. You know, so I'm like, okay, is this a college game? Because Drake he posted Rashid.
Yes,
and that's in the NBA.
Yeah,
that's 4 games to win a series. You know what I mean? It wasn't a kid from college, or it wasn't a wide receiver that's getting ready to play in the Super Bowl when it's 1 game. So my thing is like, all right, Kendrick, calm down. You and your team allegedly got TaylorMade off the charts, you know what I mean, out of the battle for the cease to assist, because that track really hit home on you.
It was a banger.
And it hit home because you really had Pop talking in AI, all your mentors talking in AI, getting at you, and you guys got rid of that track. You guys forget. I noticed everybody don't talk about TaylorMade.
It was a hell of a track. I don't care what anybody
But anyway,
says.
I just
that
felt
shit
like
was super creative. I don't care what
you know
nobody
what I mean?
says.
The cheap shot of like handicapping that situation and then saying, haha, no round twos. I beat you. That's how I took it. Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? All it's 1 game. It's just 1 game. Haha, we beat you, like, you know? And to me, it sucks to win a championship off of 1 game. It's great for TV, but you know, we're NBA based, and to win a chip, you got to win 4.
Right.
But anyhow, I think it's dope. You know, kind of imagine if Drake would have won that battle, he would have probably been headlining the Super Bowl. Maybe Jay-Z would have allowed it. Who knows? But sucks that it's in New Orleans. You heard Lil Wayne talking about it from time. You can pull up old clips.
Yep, he's always wanted to do it.
You know what I mean? Super Bowl 2025 is in New Orleans. It's kind of funny to see, you know, everybody was bashing Jay-Z at the beginning. And then slowly but surely, the mayor of New Orleans is from LA. So she may have had some say. You know what I mean? People are talking about Lil Wayne's work ethic in the past at previous award shows.
Yeah, it's just crazy how now people want to try to like, this is how crazy Kendrick fans are. Like, y'all did this to try to kill Drake, but then the people and the Wayne fans got in the way and they weren't having it. They're like, nah, like, it's not fair. Lil Wayne should have it. Right. It's in New Orleans. The Hot Boys are not in jail. They're out. Everybody's out. You know, they could have did that. Right. And he has features galore, which he can just drop all features. Right. And then you have Nicki, and then you have Drake, who are mega stars that you can bring out. Right. So it's so funny how weird Kendrick's. I always say this: Kendrick fans are so weird. Like, you motherfuckers are so weird. Like, now y'all want to shit on Wayne. Like, for what? Like, what did Wayne do? He just wants to perform in that Super Bowl, and you take this video down. Why you
remember
acting like
that
you're
clip?
crying?
Remember that
what
clip?
What are we doing here?
Remember that clip when Lil Wayne was on stage somewhere and Not Like Us came on and he had his OVO chain on and he was just like saying,
I guess that,
you know
like,
what I mean? Maybe that was something. Who knows? Will Kendrick bring out Lil Wayne?
Will Wayne accept it?
Will Wayne accept? And if he accepts, will Kendrick pull a quick one and
well,
play Not Like Us?
Well, it backfired on him, right? It was a great move for Kendrick to do this. And this is what I mean when I say Kendrick is selfish. Because when Kendrick announced that, he was the number one trending in the world on Twitter, on RX. You could have just said the same thing. And this is where we go back to the line. Kendrick just opened his mouth. And everybody just, oh my God. I heard people say, oh my God, this is diabolical. He set it up. The move that he's making is just diabolical. Oh my God. He's doing the Super Bowl. Why do they overhype this shit? And this is what I mean by when I say Kendrick is selfish, because he could have put that one line and said, go cop my boy YG's album.
Mustard.
And what would have happened?
Right.
Go cop my boy Mustard's album. What would have happened?
Well, hopefully those individuals will be on stage.
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl.
They gonna take whatever scraps they can get from that boy. Because he ain't giving out a lot.
Hopefully.
He ain't giving out a lot. Come on stage and rock with me to support me.
Right.
I ain't gonna support you though.
For real talk. And then you got, all right, you got the Super Bowl, which is the pinnacle.
Right.
And football is huge.
Yep. Number one watch sport in
the United
States. Yep.
But then you got football on the European side, which we call soccer.
Right.
Which is huge globally.
But okay, well, let's.
We'll
get to that real quick. We'll get to that real quick. But I want to ask the people. I want to ask the people a few questions about this. Do you think Lil Wayne was snubbed for the Super Bowl? Do you think he should have got it and performed and been the headliner? And I want to ask the people. I gotta ask this question because this is interesting. Because I think that Wayne's, discography is way better than Kendrick's.
Catalog-wise.
His catalog, to me,
better.
Lil Wayne's catalog is better than Kendrick Lamar's catalog. And I want to know from the people, who do you think has a better catalog between Lil Wayne or Kendrick? I want to know. So, still on Kendrick. I feel that Lil Wayne was the no-brainer pick for Super Bowl, especially if he asked to do it. Why not give it to him?
That's your man, Jay-Z, man.
Yo, listen, 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 I'm fair. That was a hating ass move, Hov. That was a hating ass move.
That's your man, Jay.
Whatever issues you have with Lil Wayne, whatever issues you have with Drake, that was a hating ass move. Whatever issues you have
with Birdman.
That was a hating ass move, sir. That was a hating ass move, and I don't support it. I do not support that shit.
The Super Bowl is in LA.
Next year. Yeah, so why not let's let him do it now, like the next year? Like, to me, like, I want to know from you, does Kendrick bring out Lil Wayne? Is that because to me, the plan, it kind of backfired on them because it was supposed to be this boom, I'm doing the Super Bowl, y'all. And then, to step on the 100 gigs that Drake was doing. Right? Step on it, and it backfired. Because now you had the Lil Wayne's fans come and they're like, yo. And it shifted from Drake to make it about Wayne. Right. So now you had rappers come out. Cam came out, said, Wayne should have been a juvenile. Obviously, Bootsy, Hurricane Chris came back again. Said, I told y'all about this shit, what they're doing. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. Right. So he done came out with a diss track, dissing 50 and shit. So now you have all these guys coming to Wayne's rescue. You have Nicki Minaj crashing out on X. You got Birdman crashing out, calling them pussies and this and that. On Gladys, he always like on Gladys. When he says on Gladys, it's on.
Demon time.
Yeah. So you have all these guys coming to Lil Wayne's defense, and then Lil Wayne comes out himself and he speaks. Right. And he seemed like he was broken, and he goes, "It broke me. I got to build myself back up." So I want to know from you, with that speech that Lil Wayne had, what is your thoughts on that?
He was humbled. Kind of showed the human side of him in regards to, like, he got more work to do as an artist, as a person. You know what I mean? He's not as nice and he's not as entitled as he thought he was. You know what I mean? So it was humbling who knows where we at with the Carters? Is that Carter 6, Carter 7? We may see another Carter album. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was. You could tell the man was hurt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And my thing is like, he felt like he probably had a rapport with Jay-Z.
I think they were just together a couple weeks ago.
Regardless of, you know, the competition piece and the beefs between, you know, guys that he rolls with. That's Lil Wayne, that is, with Drake, Birdman, etc. He didn't think Jay-Z would have pulled a stunt like that.
Because they were just together. There was pictures that they were together like 2 weeks ago before this.
So yeah, just shows, man. Like, Dame ain't lying, man.
Grill or no grill? Listen, no grill or no grill. That's crazy.
He wasn't lying, bro.
Yo, I want to know, man, from the people, man. Was this the right decision that Hove made? You know, getting Kendrick. Was Kendrick the right decision or Lil Wayne the right decision for the Super Bowl?
Right.
I want to know from you guys, man. So holla at us. Staying with Kendrick Lamar, he dropped a song.
Yes.
Again, this song. It was the picture of some beat up black Air Force Ones. We all know.
You know what that symbolizes?
Yeah, we know what the Air Force One symbolizes. You know, demon time or whatever. He drops the song on IG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not on any platforms. It's just on Instagram. It does 40 million views.
Right.
You know, more than all of what 100 Gigs did. It did more, right? And in the song, he has a line. So this is my whole thing. Kendrick, I've been seeing him make all the right moves.
Right.
Moves. I'm not saying the music was the greatest, but he's been making the right moves. And it seems like what he does by staying away from Instagram, not engaging in nonsense, works for him. And that surprise element just has everybody guessing, right?
Sure. Yeah.
This to me was the worst move that he's made so far.
How so?
Releasing this song. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you said no round twos.
Yeah. You did say no round twos.
And this song sounds like you can say whatever you want and people can say this is not a diss track. I never said it was a diss track, but you are dissing somebody in the track. You were saying, and I have a line in the song that I want to talk about where he talks about walking the guy down.
Right.
This is a shot. This is a direct shot.
That's a direct shot at Drake.
Yep. You can say whatever you want, and it says in the line, it goes, just walk that man down. That I'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love. Sometimes you gotta result in violence.
Right.
That's from the song. Yeah. And the song. What is the song called? The song is called Watch the Party Die. So. Watch the Party Die. Is that like a reference to the Party Next Door album that's about to drop with Drake? Is he
it could be a double entendre. It could be that. It could be just the industry, just the current state of the industry.
Because he does come at the industry,
right, as a whole. You know what I mean?
And in the song, he kind of talks like he's bothered that he's upset, like he allowed himself to get to this with Drake. Right. Because he talks about that artist, the Christian rapper LaCroix, forget his name, but he's a Christian artist, and he shouted him out and like saying like what would he do? Right. So it kind of sounds like, in a sense, like he's disappointed in himself for getting there. So, but it's weird because
you can't control the hate that you have. You said you hate the man, bro. Hate is a strong word.
Yeah,
you said you hate everything about the man, bro.
To me, people, this ain't it. What's your thoughts on the song? Anyways, what was your thoughts?
I thought the track was dope.
Right.
There's you got to listen to it like all 7-8 times, man, because there's so much to unpack. They said it's a very good track.
They said Kendrick's music is not for non-readers.
Oh, hell no.
They said go get a book. You got to be able to read.
But you got to real talk, man, real talk. And I just felt like, he brought up a lot of good points in regards to where the industry's going and bloggers and blogger agendas and just hip hop radio agendas and all that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why does he care about that if he's not even around the industry? That little nigga drops but he's still in the
industry. The industry pays him. So he's still part of the industry.
I just don't understand
he's just calling out the bullshit. You know what I mean? And he's kind of bringing back that awareness, that conscious awareness that some of our previous KRS-One type brothers, you know, common type brothers that could make commercial tracks, but they're more in the lane of conscious rap. You know what I mean? So bringing that back we need that. You know what I mean? It's not a party all the time. You feel me? But
I don't need that shit.
I think it balances out hip hop.
I don't need that shit.
You know what I mean? You have your drill, you have your gangster rap, you have your conscious rap. You know what I mean? You need that balance, fams.
Watch the Party Die. Does that get a second listen from you?
Honestly, I listened to like all 7 times.
Okay. Man. Are you listening to it on your way home?
I listened to it on my way here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's fair. But just to see what I missed, because there's a lot of lines that just goes over my head sometimes, and I listen again, it's like, oh shit.
I listened to it a few times. It's not gonna get a second listen from me. No, that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
So what were your feelings towards it though, fam?
I'm just like, why are you even dropping this shit? It's garbage. It's trash. The song sucks. Let's just keep it 100. It sucks. It's like, and I never not once said that Kendrick Lamar can't rap. He can rap, but I don't care about that shit. I want the bops. I want the not like us.
Right.
That's what I want.
I'm not gonna find out that a ball tournament yesterday. Shout out MC E-Bone, the voice of the city.
Yes, sir.
He was in the building, you know, at Driftwood Community Center, and DJ, I forgot the DJ's name. It was a sister though. She's killing it, and she was playing Not Like Us, and I swear to you, me, E-Bone, there was like maybe 40% of the people in there did not move. It's a ball tournament, like, you know what I mean? They ain't even bop into it or nothing.
The people are
but
speaking.
Low key, I kind of wanted to bop to it.
You kind of wanted to.
I wanted to a little bit. But I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And a lot of folks were on that same wavelength.
I like that. I like it. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of the song. Like, he's rapping, but I just don't think that this is the song that you put out right now, especially after that super smash that you had, Not Like Us.
Well, he'll never top that, man.
To me, it's like, this song really shows me that, like, he has to me, if he wants those smash records, he got to call Drake's name.
And we said that last episode.
This shows me that he ain't got shit if he ain't mentioning the boy's name. He got to mention Drake's name for that shit to go crazy.
When that track just dropped that day, a couple days back, when it dropped, originally people were labeling it as a diss track to Drake. You know what I mean? I think that kind of led to the 40 million people,
of course,
tuning in. You know what I mean? Because it came off as, it was kind of promoted somewhat when it dropped on IG as a diss to Drake. People
are listening to Kendrick right now because they want to see if he's going to engage in beef with Drake. People can say all they want, they can talk all their shit, they're lying. At the end of the day, if this dude ain't talking about Drake, like that boy said, J. Cole, ain't nobody listening, bro. You're not listening. You have his core audience, and you have other, but you have those mutual, the mutual fans, like, you know, those ones that are neutral. They're not gonna engage in Kendrick. Kendrick fans are gonna be there, of course, but the neutral ones, they're not gonna listen. We're all listening. I'm listening because I'm like, okay, what does he gotta say? Is he listening to Drake? That's what I listen for.
Thanks.
So, other than that, I'm not gonna be like at midnight, oh shit, Kendrick dropping. I'm only doing it now because of the beef. So I want to know from you guys, man, what is you guys' thoughts on the new Kendrick Lamar song? You know, Watch the Party Die. Was it a Drake diss? You know, did he diss academics? Like, you know, who is he talking about? I want to know from you guys in the comments, man. What's your thoughts on that new song? But it is what it is. But going back to the boy, we talked about the Super Bowl. So the rumor is that Drake turned down the Super Bowl twice.
Right.
So one thing about people need to understand about the Super Bowl is you don't get paid, and you got to pay to perform.
Right.
So I believe The Weeknd or somebody paid like $7 million to perform.
Right. Hopefully he made that back in sales and all that.
To me, I don't understand. But first, Maul said it. Everybody thought Maul was capping. So he's talking shit. He's lying. You know, he just OVO Maul. And then Bloomberg came out and stated that he spoke to people from the NFL, right? And he said that there's a complete lie. They never offered Drake the Super Bowl. So then Elliot Wilson, he came out and said, I thought Maul was capping. I had to dig down and do my research.
Right.
And he goes, it's true that he did 2020 and 2021. He said, I don't want to do the Super Bowl.
Right.
And we all know who Elliot Wilson is and who he's connected to and who's very close to. Jay-Z.
Right.
Jay-Z's his guy. Right? So it does make sense.
It does.
What is your thoughts on Drake just saying no? I don't want to. Turning it down 2 times, not once but twice. People still think it's alive.
This is all speculation. This is just me outside looking in, hearing all the information from all these different sources. One, maybe he's on tour them times, like, contractually probably couldn't do it, or just way too busy to do it. Number one.
He's a busy guy.
Number two, he's a forward thinker. Maybe he was thinking like, 2026, World Cup's coming to the 6. Let me see what I can do with that. Maybe, maybe we'll try to one up the Super Bowl globally. It's tough. It's tough for me to answer that question because I can go so many ways with it. But yeah, maybe it just timing wasn't there at the time. Like, you know what I mean? And or maybe because Jay-Z was the one putting it together, he was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to rock with it. Like,
I wouldn't believe it if it was any other artist. Like, to me, if they said like, who's an artist out right now? J. Cole turned it down twice. I don't believe that shit.
Right.
I think that the biggest artist in the world is Drake. And it could be certain things. Like, he don't perform for free.
Facto. All that
he don't perform for free.
All that too.
So why would he pay to perform?
Right.
Like, so, and it could be that, and it could be, well, he was on tour a lot,
right,
and he was busy, right? So if you're making like 200-300 million on a tour, why go break it out, pay it, and go pay? Let me give some of this money back to go perform at a Super Bowl.
Right.
So I don't know if it makes sense. So there's a couple of things, right? But I'm not looking at this as like it's a lie.
No, there's some.
I'm not looking at it like this is a lie.
Remember, it went from Mal saying he turned it down 4 times.
Yes.
And then Elliot Wilson saying turned it down twice.
20,
so the common denominator
20,
is he did turn it down.
Yeah. And Elliot would, if we're talking about someone who is like one of the biggest Drake haters, which Elliot is right now, because he fumbled Drake, is a guy who, when he has you in a circle, you're tight and he'll take care of you. But then once you mess that up, you're not coming back.
Facto.
He dropped the ball, so he's never coming back. So he has no real reason. He would hope it would be a lie. He probably was digging for that information, hoping it was a lie.
Facts.
But he had to report it, and it was the truth.
Right.
So if it's coming from the biggest hater, I'm thinking I'm more on the truthful side of that with the Super Bowl. So, but again, we're talking about Drake. He is 2026. He's hosting the World Cup. What is your thoughts on that?
You know what I mean? I think that's super dope. When him and J. Cole came out with that track, Big at the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? People are saying, oh, that line didn't age well because Kendrick's doing the Super Bowl or whatnot. But maybe he was kind of when he said big as the Super Bowl, maybe he was talking about the World Cup in that line. Who knows, But yes.
Or maybe he was talking about I'm bigger than the Super Bowl. If I turn it down twice.
Right?
If you turn it down twice, you think that you're bigger than the Super Bowl.
Right? And the World Cup stage is the World Cup stage, man.
Yeah, that is the biggest event in the world.
Soccer is a very popular sport worldwide.
Yeah.
So
I think viewership, I believe Super Bowl is like 300 million. And then I think the World Cup viewership is like 5 billion or something like that.
That is crazy.
So it's like, way more as far as viewership. But
I mean, there's a lot of countries in the Super Bowl, in the World Cup that year, and Canada's one of them. So
But I think there's different places that they're hosting it. I believe that
this is something a little different.
In Toronto.
Yes.
I think someone's in like New Jersey or New York. Someone's in Mexico. So he's hosting it.
A few Kendrick fans were kind of getting at me when I was like, Drake will be doing the World Cup instead of the Super Bowl, But they were like, the World Cup's going to be played in so many different places,
right?
Comparing it to like wrestling, like, oh, that's like a money. Canada Dome will be like Money in the Bank. It's not WrestleMania. That was a hotline still. But, that was very clever and funny. But regardless, when you see World Cup, you see Canada, Toronto, we're in that. And Drake will probably have something to do with it.
And Drake needs to perform.
Yes, he does.
If it's the final game, he needs to perform somewhat and do something, not just be a host. Perform. Right. And again, Drake he probably doesn't like to perform for free, but
Facts.
you know, we'll see. But yeah, that is today's episode, man.
Right.
Any shout outs?
Man, I gotta shout out Unc, man, Shannon Sharp, man.
Oh God.
Baby, he's holding it down. He's holding it down for the 50 plus. You know what I mean? Coming like 50's the new 30.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That boy getting it in.
There's been a lot of speculation that if it was staged or was it really him putting in work, not knowing that his IG was on. I didn't believe the IG part. You know what I mean?
It's hard for me to believe
you really
that.
It's a process to get to live.
Different layers, man.
Right? There's so much layers, but regardless, the way he was breathing, you know what I mean? As you get older, each stroke counts. You know what I mean? Just the way he was breathing, I was like, yo,
man.
He's holding it down. He's holding it down for the elders. You know what I mean? Showing the youngins that the elders still got it. You know what I mean? Me touching 40 now, it's like, there's still hope. As long as I stay in shape. You know what I mean? I got you, baby. You know what I mean? Marketing strategy 101, after doing such a great interview with Marlon Wayans, to top it off with this, man. Oh, no, to top it off. Control. Delete. But to top it off with that, man, Unc, genius. Hopefully you don't lose any deals.
I think he said he lost a few interviews that he's supposed to do. Volume, the network that they're under. I think they're on the fence right now. So he's hoping to re-sign with them because he's a free agent this year. Okay. So a couple of things kind of like messed up.
I mean, it was a risky move. You know what I mean? And let's see what happens out of it.
Apparently he did get some like Viagra or some type of...
Look at that.
Yeah, like some type of deal with those things.
So, you know, I feel like he's becoming his own network anyway.
Yeah.
His own entity. So
I think he does have his own network as well.
I think so too.
Because I think Jeff Teague, those guys, I think they're under his network.
There you go.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
But shout out to the marketing plan, or the strategic marketing
Don't try
plan.
that at home, kids.
Don't try it at home. You know what I mean? Keep certain things private, you know. But I had to shout him out. I thought that was a dope move regardless. Everybody's talking about it, trending everywhere for I feel like a couple days now, you know what I mean? So there's levels to this, you know, and always figure out a way to get to the next level, man. So shouting him out for that, man. And that's it, man. Just continue to support, man. You know what I mean? Follow us on all social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
Hit that notification bell. Continue to watch. We're going to continue to provide you with that content, that hip hop hoop content. We're at episode 142, man. We're working, man.
We're working.
Keep supporting Title League, Distant Cousins. We got some stuff in the works.
Yes, sir.
Let's continue to grind, man.
Let's get it.
And we out.
We're out.